Why do you think some people get addicted to drugs? You might think the answer is obvious, right? Sure, the chemical substance has to do with it, but it isn't the main cause. A TED Talk by Johann Hari gave us a new perspective that shed light on our understanding of addiction. As an example, if you use nicotine or heroin daily for 1 month, by the second month your body would viciously crave the drug. That's what addiction is, right? Well, not exactly. What we thought we knew about addiction is wrong. Many hospital patients who are in pain are given plenty of drugs like diamorphine for weeks or months. Diamorphine is essentially heroin but much stronger and undiluted, unlike the street drug. If all these people are getting first-class heroin, wouldn't there be some people who end up addicted? After being studied, this is not the case. In another study, a rat was put into a cage and given 2 sources of water, one which was unaltered and one which was laced with drugs such as heroin or cocaine. Almost every time the rat will choose a drink from the drug water. Becoming obsessed, the rat will keep drinking from the source until it overdoses and kills itself. In the 1970s, Bruce Alexander, a professor of psychology, saw this experiment and noticed that the rat was all alone in a cage with nothing to do. He wondered, if the circumstances were changed, would the outcome be any different? Instead of a lonely cage, the environment was turned into a rat heaven where numerous rats were able to socialize, play with tubes and toys, have sex, and all other things rats love. While the drug water was still available, the rats hardly ever drank from it, and none ever overdosed and died. The human version of this study will be the returning American soldiers from Vietnam. 95% of the soldiers who were using heroin quit once they reunited with their family and friends back home. This situation makes perfect sense according to Professor Alexander's theory. Addiction can come in many forms such as drugs, junk food, mobile phones, etc. One major symptom of addiction and abuse results in disconnection to those close to us. The average number of close friends in America has been on the decline since the 1950s. For those who are drug addicts or people whom we would frown upon are usually cast out of society and even locked up. Somewhere along the lines, we have lost our way in terms of a community. So instead of aiming at individual recovery, we need to focus on social recovery and create a society that is more like rat heaven. Moving forward, we need to disassociate the answer to addiction as isolation and punishment, and instead focus on connection and helping one another.